When a man is broken, he can destroy everyone around him by what he does. When a woman is broken, she can destroy everyone around her by what she says. That's why for a man, self-control is his greatest power. And for a woman, silence is hers. When a man has learned to not be out of control, but to be out of people's control because he has self-control, that's a powerful man. And when a woman has learned to be silent, doesn't mean to be silenced. I'm silent because I'm watching, because I'm observing, because I'm waiting for the opportunity to speak. And when I speak, people listen. They take heed to what I'm saying because there's wisdom that's coming out of my mouth.
Juicy! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nerd Chronicles. This your host, Proud Lane, the socially awkward nerd. Chris Paul's up in the building. Alright, now we're here getting into meat and the bones, right? Manosphere equals modern feminism. Boom, boom, boom. No, the same mindsets on the opposite sides of the spectrum. You know, with the Manosphere incels and the arrogant signum idnums, as you will, going on berserk, all stemming from unhealed trauma, right? And understand the code words I'm trying to
get stoned.
God dang, I just got stoned again.
Get stoned!
Oh my goodness, I just got stoned again, man. This GoPro be dying on me. Fuck, man. But anyway, as I was saying with the code words, when it comes to the whole dating, if you will, with Manosphere, feminism, boss base is code for modern women. Pseudo red pill, MGTOW, SYSBM, all similar words, code for modern men. Alright? Those are the code words that we're definitely mainly dealing with here. Now, we're dealing with two types of people. There are the types that are mainly thrive off of hubris and arrogance, and there's the other side, opposite side of the spectrum, in which they thrive off of humility. Okay? And look, I get men and women that basically want to try and take the independent route, actually trying to do their own thing and literally live their own life, which is very understandable, and there's nothing wrong with doing independent things. That's part of being an adult. When you're living alone primarily by yourself, regardless of what gender you are, you need to learn how to put your own food on the table. Okay? Now, when you're looking for a partner, or you're actually being with a partner, you have to learn how to be interdependent with that partner. Especially if you're like a single father, or even like you're a single mother. If you're actually looking up together, that's like a whole another equation and different story. Okay. The hurt mindset, okay, comes from hurt trauma or hurt baggage over the fear of risking having the same mistakes, or fear that someone else is going to take you for any type of insecurity that you literally may have up in the book. Leaning accepts that all girls are bad, or like all men ain't shit, all men are crap, all men are trash, ninjas ain't shit, the whole 9 yards. They gonna take your money, they gonna try and leave you high and dry, they gonna really fuck you over. It's all based on bagginess, it's all based on trauma. And it shows basically it's like a very piss poor reflection of actually valuing your potential mate, either due to lack of naivety or actually just lack of humbling yourself and actually trying to learn how to improve, and actually trying to improve and actually sniffing out these signs on actually how to get better to make sure that they actually treat you definitely right. But if you continue to allow it to happen, that's a reflection on you. Okay. Now, if you have requirements for a potential partner, which is definitely your right to do, what are you willing to provide that partner in return on a deeper level? Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. What are the stuff that you will provide for basically when you're giving gender other than money, dick, and strength, or even like a good old cookie, even a good old vagina. Getting the wagging finger saying, I don't need a man and all stuff. And even if you try and do some stuff, basically just being like staying home wifey will, just doing the cooking and cleaning, all that other stuff. What other stuff can you try to provide to actually help your partner elevate? That's going to be the other question that's basically done. Are you willing to give descriptive guidance? And so, like for the man's case, are you for the woman's case, are you willing to give descriptive guidance on actually how to run the house? Actually, no. For a man's case, excuse me, are you willing to give descriptive guidance on how to run the house? Are you willing to give descriptive, detailed guidance and knowledge based on your background, how you can assist your woman and achieving her dreams or whatever she wants to do in life? And will you teach her in full detail on how she be a good helpmeet to you? Now, for the woman, are you willing to cooperate with your man given his situation, given his standards? You know, if you have like some of the jobs that came by and given his situation, are you willing to actually cooperate with his stuff and based on what he's doing so you can find a way to build together and pull your money together so you'll be able to literally build as a unit? That would be another way. If you're doing like some stay-at-home duties as well, are you willing to actually do some other stuff on the side? Just try and maybe build a business on the side so you can try to build together, or at least do some fun that you enjoy and actually trying to ask for his input, ask for his opinion and how he feels about it if he has that type of experience. But if you have your own back and you want to try and literally try to go for it, that's fine, as long as he doesn't restrict you, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Now, if the woman, if you're a man, rebels and you leads you through resentment, just walk away. And if the woman's case, if the man is just not even as motivated to have like a little get up and go with himself, or he becomes above for whatever reason, or he just like gives like some like fucking I'm done, I give up, it's also best to walk away as well. You know, there's like basically different layers, even though they're keenly similar, but some of the small details are a bit different. Now, to the dudes that are listening, when it comes to this whole Manosphere stuff, hear me very, very loud and clear. You are not losers at all. A lot of these pseudo alpha gurus, all these red pill, PUA, MGTOW gurus, whatever it is, you got the quote unquote airways gurus, will definitely point out pseudoscience and distort certain theories, especially the Pareto principle, which actually did like a video on this months ago to try to fuel a narrative. They'll tell you the end result of those types of statistics, but they don't tell you the source of the information and how and why those end results came about. And yes, a woman's lineage as collective cannot survive without physical protection and a man's seed. However, a man's lineage cannot survive without a woman carrying his seed. That is factual. Alright? To be even more specific, every individual in his or her respective lineage cannot survive without the trust in some form of protection of someone else as well, more well versed. Okay? There are people, men and women, that are trained with guns. There are people that could definitely combat than others, men or women. There are people that are more well experienced with trying than others in certain niches. Also, there are people with certain anatomies that can make vital impacts on what they can do physically. And, you know, when it comes to the pink pill, I know a lot of women actually listening to it today, especially with the mainstream pink pill that's actually going on. Some of them will point out pseudoscience as well. You have to actually be very careful on how you interpret this information, and always take a moment to do some basic research and actually look for the information up on Google to actually try and seek for verification, see whether or not it's legitimate or not. Alright? You gotta be able to think with your own brains. You actually gotta literally have to be thinking with your own heads on how to actually handle this stuff, so you don't get sucked into all this crazy pseudo alpha male, alpha female nonsense and all this other stuff that came about, man. Y'all need to think for yourself. Y'all need to literally think practical what you need to do. Y'all need to do some trial and error and actually get yourself up out the house and literally explore to the best of your knowledge and experiment in the social world on how things go down. See what works and what doesn't work, what fails and what succeeds. But all that's not really going to happen for yourself if you don't put the trial and error, and you don't go through trial and error and make the effort to fail many times involved. Juicy.
best way to teach people critical thinking is to teach them to write, because there's no difference between that and thinking. And one of the things that just blows me away about universities is that no one ever tells students why they should write something. Well, why are you writing? Well, you need the grade. It's like, no, you need to learn to think, because thinking makes you act effectively in the world. Thinking makes you win the battles you undertake, and those could be battles for good things. If you can think and speak and write, you are absolutely deadly. Nothing can get in your way. So that's why you learn to write. And if you can formulate your arguments coherently and make a presentation, if you can speak to people, if you can lay out a proposal, God, people give you money, they give you opportunities, you have influence. That's what you're at university for. Teach people to be articulate, because that's the most dangerous thing you can possibly be. So, and that's motivating if people know that. It's like, here's your sword, here's your M16, right? Here's your bulletproof vest. Learn how to use it.
Juicy!